What's up, folks? Justin Phillip here, and welcome to today's episode of Dog Times Productions. Now, today I'm going to be continuing my little video series of my lighting kit. If you didn't get to see the part one, I recommend checking it out here, especially if you're into fluorescent lighting fixtures. It was the LOL case light. But that's not what today's episode is about. Today we're talking about a $300 LED lighting kit. Now, just a small disclaimer that $300 is if you're buying these lights brand new, straight from, say, somewhere like Amazon. By the way, I'm not affiliated by any of these companies or Amazon, and I don't even get paid to put these videos on YouTube. Nobody's sending me a paycheck unless it's from a freelance gig that I booked. With that out of the way, I just have to say that, for the trolls. I came up with a slogan today. What was my slogan? What was my slogan? Always AT&T, anticipate the trolls. And that's pretty much just like that's the old Eminem trick, Put out all your dirt out there first before anyone else can come back at you and throw dirt at you. And that's the old Eminem trick. So AT&T, anticipate those trolls. I'm watching you, internet trolls. I'm watching you. Okay, so this is $300 altogether. You can own all three of these lights. However, that $300 is not going to get you batteries, and it's not going to get you light stands. But come on, man. Just do a little Google search, look on Facebook Market, get you a couple light stands. This came about me creating like a little small minimalist, right? That's a trending word on the internet right now, minimalist. This minimalist, lightweight, versatile lighting kit brought to you by this lightweight, versatile lighting kit right here all came about because I booked a documentary shoot last year down in Orlando, okay? And I had to fly from LAX to Orlando, and obviously I can't take my tungsten and Kino flow lights with me down to Florida, because one, I don't want to get my lights back and they're all crushed. And another thing, I'm a low-budget indie filmmaker, I'm trying to conserve on the amount of, I'm not trying to spend $400 for all these bags that I'm checking, So this is what I took. I took these three lights, and here's some examples of some of those talking head interviews that I did with these lights. And I don't know. I think for what it is, it turned out okay. Let's dive right into it. Here's our light number one. Now, this is a cool little LED light for, say, you need a little rim light. You'll see here in this music video that I did a rim light. There's the ice cream man, but he doesn't deliver ice cream, ladies and gentlemen. He delivers fruit. It's a large white UPS truck, but it's painted all white, and he delivers produce to the town. So that was that noise you just heard. Welcome to LA. Okay, so now this little light here, this is an Aputure Amaran. This is the ALH198. It is daylight balanced. It comes with this hard diffusion, and it also comes with this tungsten diffusion. Kind of cool. Now it comes, I don't know if it comes with a little crappy Aputure ball head, but I got my own and put it on there. I say crappy because yes, Aputure, you make the worst ball heads known to man. You really do. Do better work on that Aputure. All right, so that's my little disclaimer. But this is a cool little light. This is $50 brand new. Honestly, I have seen these things going used for anywhere from $20 to $40. So it's a cool little light. Great little hair light, rim light, whatever. It's actually pretty bright. I used to think that this bad boy right here was brighter, but it's not. This is 500 LED beads versus this one only has 198. So essentially, this one has 300 more beads, and they're the same brightness, which is crazy. I didn't find that out till today when I was testing them with the light meter. So this light at about a 3-foot distance will give you a 2.8 on the light meter, which is fairly decent. I mean, that's not a key light. That's your hair light option right there. Rim light, hair light, kicker light, whatever you want to call it, background light. Okay, now here comes the next one. Hello, Dolly. All right, let's see. Now this is one of my favorite low-budget LED brands here. This is called GVM, okay? And this is on Amazon. They have really good reviews. They have really high CRI values. If you don't know anything about CRI values and you're buying LED lights, shame on you, sir or madam, because here's the deal. If an LED light that you're looking at, right, the one that you got in your shopping cart, and it doesn't say anywhere on the description about, it doesn't even mention the letters CRI, do yourself a favor and delete that LED from your shopping cart immediately. Go ahead, I'll wait. Go ahead. No, I'm not going to wait, but you should do that, trust me, because CRI values are what you want, and you want it anything 95 and above. Like this little one, I think was a 95. This one is a 97, and it basically just means it's going to be better lighting on you. If it doesn't mention CRI, you're going to get green skin tones, and it's going to look like crap. This little bicolor LED GVM is going to run you, it's going to set you back $70. It is bicolor. It can go from 2300 all the way up to 6,800 Kelvin, which is pretty good. At about 3 feet, it was giving me a reading of 2.8. Now, if you remember, if you saw yesterday's video with the little case light, which is actually lighting me right here, that one at its highest gives me an F11. This probably isn't gonna be your key light either, although, however, I have used it as a key light. Now, you can run it off of 2 Sony MPF batteries, but if you don't have any of these, it does come with a power cord. And what I love about this is, here's full strength at all the way down at 2300 Kelvin. And then this is all the way up to 6,800 Kelvin, but you're probably gonna have it more at around 57. There, I killed my little case light, and I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna put this GVM light right in front where the little case light is. Now it's maxed out. You'll see that it comes with that hard diffusion. And here it is. Here's the GVM. There's no other lights on in here, and that's all the way maxed out. Now, like I said, it's only going to give you a reading of a 2.8. The batteries last really long on these GVMs. Oh, that's what GVM stands for. Great Video Maker. Wow, I've owned this light for like over a year, and it's the first time I read that. Okay, so yeah, this is just a diffusion. I would recommend always putting a diffusion on any of your LED lights because it just tends to look better. What I do like about it is that this one, you don't need a stupid ball head for. You're learning now that I'm not a fan of, why did I speak in the third person? You're probably learning now that I'm not a fan of ball heads, but I'm not. They're junk. They're usually 9 times out of 10 junk. This one's cool because it comes with an actual, I don't know what this is. It's just a big gaping hole with a screw in it, and I can just put it down on my light stand, tighten it up here, and then I have these little guys to, you know, if you want to just go boop. Here is the newest one of the arsenal. I say newest because this one I bought specifically for that Florida trip because I knew I had these two. I've had these two for a very long time, and I thought, well, I need one more light with me, you know, because my whole kit is, let me see. Yeah, I guess my entire kit is 9 lights total. So you can see that I'm big into lighting, okay? These 3 are just very, for my run and gun, low key lighting kits. But I couldn't very well go to Florida. I mean, you see how these things don't really stack up as good key lights. I couldn't go to Florida and do that dock with just these 2 LEDs. So I thought, what am I gonna do? Now, you may have heard of a company called Falcon Eyes. They are like really cool company that specializes in these things. This is called a light mat. This brand, however, this brand is called the Fozzie Tan or Fozzie Tan. Now this is it's 30 by 60 centimeters. This is a bicolor unit. It goes from 3200 to 5000 Kelvin, which is kind of a bummer that they just didn't have it go to 56. And also 3200 isn't incredibly low, so you don't get quite the range. But here's the cool thing about this. It has this really, you know, this diffusion on it. The only con of this unit, I will say, is like the Velcro really gets to be a pain in the ass, especially when you're putting the frame together and stuff is sticking to you. You know, that's the only con about it. It comes with a really cool remote, and it works very well, actually. It's got a pretty good distance on it. Here's my favorite part about this Fozzie Tan light mat. Take it off the frame and check this out. Now you can wrap this around stuff. You can shove it up into a car dash, and let me turn it on here. Now, another downside of this Fozzie Tan light mat is that it doesn't come with batteries. You could very well rig it up to where this little cord plugs into a little battery unit, or even plug it into like a D-tap or a V-tap or something like that. But I never did that. I just kept it as a wall plug and just ran a stinger to it. Stinger, that's industry talk. It just means electric cord. So you'll see here, like this one is bright. This one is much brighter than our other two there. And this was my key light for the interview shoots. Man, it is bright too. You put the diffusion back on there. And this frame, I mean, you can make it go, each side, all four sides have a 1/4-20 mount on it, so you can put it any way you want it. But the cool part is about it, you saw that it comes off, and I just gaff it around. I've gaffed it up on the ceilings and use it as a really cool, like, toppy light. And plus this gives it a nice kind of soft light here. Now let's, you can see the remote here is dropping the intensity of the light. Then we can pump it back up here. And then the bicolor action. Now, it's interesting if you buy this light. Now, this light, when I bought this light, it was only $140. For some reason, the price has gone up on this guy now. Now it's running at $173. Don't know why the price went up, but that's what it is. $173 for this thing. This diffusion here does bring it down 25% stop there. It's even with the diffusion, it's still 2 stops brighter than these lights. This one was reading an f5 versus these were a 2.8, both equally. So yeah, this little Aputure Amaran 198 is quite a bright little light. Here's another thing I will say. You could use this as an onboard camera light, but don't do that. Every time I'm online and I see someone like showing off their cinema rig and there's a LED light on top of your cinema rig, no, just don't do that. That just screams amateur, you know? It's like when I see that I go, well, maybe he's one of those what are those guys called, night crawlers? Maybe he's a night crawler just out in the middle of the night capturing, 911 scenes, and he's one of those guys like, we gotta get it, just put the light on the camera and go. Or I picture someone at a wedding like on the dance floor like blasting grandpa away with your friggin' Aputure light. Like just don't do that. It looks bad. It's gonna give you a crappy looking image. I'm just not a fan of that, but to each their own. Do what you want. Go do what you want. Go on. So this is where was I? This is a great little key light, great little travel key light, totally versatile. You can throw this thing anywhere, wrap it around someone's head, do whatever you want. I mean, you saw it. Is that majority of LED lights that are bicolor are not as bright as ones that are just one color. Whereas these Fozzie Tan lights, for whatever reason, the bicolor ones have the same output as the all same temperatures, meaning this bicolor one has the same output as, say, a 5600. And you know what? I just realized the reason behind that is probably because the bicolor on this is only 3200 to 5000 Kelvin. So that's probably why it has the same output as, say, a 5600. Either way, I went for the bicolor because as a one-man band, run and gun, this is my 3 little light kit here. Having 2 bicolors gives me way more options. If you want to take it beyond a little bit and go beyond your $300, which you're going to have to anyways to buy light stands, unless you find some of these used, I would say pick you up one of these. This is the Lee Filters lighting pack. This is their quick location lighting pack. It's just full of gels. It's full of gels, diffusions, ND. There's even a little scrim in here that I have actually used quite a bit. They even give you a little piece of had to take a tea break. They even give you a little piece of black wrap. I mean, black wrap's amazing to have. I own a roll of it now. It's just, black wrap is a really cool tool to have. But we can talk about that another day. But I would say if you really want to up your game and just have more options on set, especially with these little LED lights, this little kit's awesome because these gels are so small. And you can just, you can put it on there. Now, it's just a great way to add more colors and add some more depth to your scene. Just be a different color to add some separation between your talent and your background. And then if you want to, let's say you're a one-man band, you're like me and you have to get on a plane and this is your little light kit you take with you. Well, then you could get one of these and take this with you as well. This is a 5-in-1, but this is a big one. This is a pretty good sized 5-in-1 here, and you have a silver side, a gold side, you got a diffusion side, you got a white bounce side, but then you have the black so you can do some negative fill. And this is big. This is like a 4x3 size pop out 5-in-1. So that's a really nice one. I think I picked that one up for like 20 bucks. So though that little Lee's lighting gel kit, I think that runs about 50 bucks, and that pop out thing will run you about 20, 25 bucks. Those are like extras, you know, so that now you're going up to what, like 375. So now we're getting a little crazy, you know, I don't know. But for 300 bucks, you could have this pretty sweet little 3 lighting kit, and I think you could do a lot with it. Obviously, you've seen that I did that whole, all those interviews with these little lights. They're really great if you got to do like any type of tight-in B-roll stuff. You know, you can kind of do a lot with just these 3 lights. So that's like my run and gun traveling LED lighting kit. I don't know if that helped anyone. I don't know if that angered anyone. I don't know how you're feeling right now. But yeah, I guess that's about it. We'll just wrap it up right there. As always, thanks for watching, and catch you next time.